With my recent guides I've shown, do you want to learn something like this? Or something like, well, you've come to the right place because I'm going to be teaching you on how to do that. Hi, my name's Rich D, and in today's video we're going to be going through max damage and other combos I can teach you. So let's get into the video. Okay, so here we are, we're in the training lounge. Now if you hear noise in the background, it's just some construction work going on a few doors down. So we're going to go through the elephant in the room, the max damage combo. Now from the little clip I showed, you'll want to be thinking, but what type of combo would I need to do that type of damage, Rich T? Well, today's video is going to be teaching you on how to do that. Now, you don't need to keep on practicing if you do want to try it yourself. Now, it may not work the first time, you may need to keep on practicing here and there, but you'll get used to it, so don't worry on that. So, how would you need to do the max damage combo? Well, I'll tell you what. First, you go post the pause menu. You want to set your dummy to punish counter. So we've got that all sorted. Yep, wonderful. So once you got that to punish counter, you give it a test. As you can see, it says punish counter there. I'll show it one more time. Right there. So the dummy is now set to punish counter when you go for it here, even just a little jab. Like that. So what is the combo that you need to do for max damage? So the way you want to do this is you start with a drive rush. Once you're in the drive rush, you want to do back heavy. After the back heavy, you want to do immediate heavy assault shoot. So something like this. Oops. Like that. Then what you want to do after that is you want to start with, after you do the heavy assault shoot, you want to do crouching medium punch this time. Now after the medium punch, you then want to do another drive rush. After the drive rush, you want to do crouching heavy punch with this move. So I'll show. Like that. After you do the heavy punch, you then input the quarter circle back punch into medium kick, so as followed. Just like that. Then once you do the medium kick, while you're in the medium kick, or confirming the stance into medium kick, you need to hold back to charge your EX fireball. So as followed. Like that. I'll show you again in slow motion. Now after you practice learning the input like this, like that, you then, after the hit confirm of EX Fireball, you then want to do standing medium punch into crouching medium punch into another drive rush into another crouching heavy punch into stance heavy kick. So I'll show you here. Like that. I'll show you again in slow motion. Now, after, as you saw in that little clip and also in the slow motion, I did immediate stomp afterwards. Well, that would link to the follow-up. So once the opponent is in the air, so I'll show you again. As you can see, I go for the stomp afterwards. So that's what you do after you launch the opponent in the air. So you do stomp, stomp into the two heavy punches. So as followed. Now, as soon as you finish the second input of heavy punch, you then want to input quarter circle back for level 3. So as followed, I will show you fully. So that's that. I'll show you all in slow motion as again. With that all together, you then now combine every single move together. So as followed. As you can see, let me get my cursor. As you can see, it's 6,604 damage. Now, you might be wondering from the thumbnail and from the short clip earlier, you might be thinking, but Rich T, didn't like the combo showed 6.8 thousand damage? Yes, you're right. Now that is because in the clip I had critical art. Now I'll show you the combo with critical art. As you can see, it is precisely 250 more damage than the regular level 3 you've got. But who's going to be really bothered about the max damage or an extra 200 damage when it comes to learning the max damage combo? Once you get the hang of it, and my tip is whenever you're going to use this combo, make sure that for one, you've got max super, so level 3, or you're in critical art or something, whatever. Second tip is make sure that you have the gauge to max or a little bit off the first gauge right here. So, but you also might be wondering, but Rich T, can't I use that combo as well for other supers like level 1 and 2? Yes, you can. So I will show you as well what you can do or how much damage you'll be with level 2 at 1. As you can see, it's half HP with level 2. Now, with level 2 as well, is if you can try and time it right once you finish with the combo, immediately after when Chun-Li does her last kick in the air, jump as well. Then you want to press heavy punch. Sorry if I do that, Akuma. And after that, you want to immediately input level 1. So, as followed. As you can see, I couldn't get it in time. But if you can get it in time, you can do around 6,000 damage. So I do apologize, I can't fully do it. So, and this is here where you do the max damage combo without level 3 or 2. You do it with level 1 now. As you can see, as well with level 2 and 1, they both do exactly half HP. So with Akuma, he'll be directly 35, or with the level 2, he'll be 35 HP left for the match since Akuma has 9,000 HP. Now, let's go through other combos that you can also learn with Chun-Li. Now, you might be thinking, but what other combos can I learn with Chun-Li? So, other combos you can practice. Now, make sure whenever you're practicing new combos, make sure you set your HP to max, and also make sure you set the counter to standard, because if you do punish counter, you gain more damage. You give more damage to your opponent. So we're going to keep it to standard as that, and also make sure that the block is no block. So now this, well, I'm going to show this with the recent update. With the recent update as well, there's a combo that you can do now, which is pretty easy. So what you want to do is you want to do, say for example, the Akuma, or you're going to go for a meaty, or you go for a shimmy. We'll go for a meaty type of combo. So, for example, you want to start with crouch and heavy punch, that move. Once you do the crouch and heavy punch, you then want to input heavy lightning kick. So all together. Now, once you do the heavy lightning kicks, you can immediately, from the new update with Yasmin, it just came out a few yesterday actually, or time I'm recording, doesn't really matter. You can do EX lightning kicks like this. And with EX lightning kicks, you can end up doing a follow up with level 2, so as followed. Now, sadly, you can't do the stomp combo as showed there, but you can, however, do air medium punch into EX legs, air legs into level 1 as follows. As you can see there, it is pretty good damage and also a very good combo to practice. Now, you might be also thinking, but why can I not just do something like a regular combo like you showed in the clip? That is quite difficult, but I'll still show it in case you still want to learn it. So, what you want to do is say, for example, actually, let's move Akuma and I a bit closer, not that type of way. Move him close to the corner. Is we can move him, we can do a combo as soon as we do EX kick. Yeah, in EX spinning bird kick. Sorry, I'm not very good with my scripts. You then want to start immediately hold the up button. Then once you're in the animation, immediately do the stomp combo. So let me show you a regular EX spinning bird kick with the stomps. Whoops, I didn't time it right. So something like that. As you can see, I autopilot and do EX or medium kicks as I showed there. So if you can do that all together, you can do a pretty good combo damage. So let's say, for example, you're in a match against, say this is Ryu, for example, and you go for a punish counter combo. So if you want to practice that, you want to do something like this. Find it, there we are. So make sure you give it a test as that. And then once you do the test, you then want to do heavy punch into stance, medium punch or medium kick, sorry, into EX spinning bird kick. So all together. So that type of combo there. I'll show you in slow motion. Now, once you do the combo afterwards, you then can go for something with following after EX spinning bird kick, so the stomp combo, so as followed. So something like that. It is a very difficult combo to at first, but when you get used to it and understand the timing and the input to react to with the level 1 and stomps, you'll get used to it. And with the EX spinning bird kick one, as I did show you, you can go for something like this. So something like that, as I messed up with the combo. I was going to go for a level 3, but yeah, you can go for something like that. Now, you might be wondering, how do I do that? That looks pretty cool. You can go for, so what you want to do is immediately after SPK, you then want to do drive rush into medium punch. I don't know why he's set to punish counter for the time being, but that doesn't really matter. After the jab, you then want to do stance. Whoops. Stance into medium kick. into another drive rush, into crouch and heavy punch, into a another stance medium kick, into a super. Now, if you do want to do something like a tensho kicks, you need to do the tensho kicks during the first drive rush jab into stance. So something like this. I'll show you again in slow motion. With that combo showed, you can then start practicing the combos and everything else I've shown you before. Now, that wraps up with today's video. I do appreciate you guys for watching, and if you have anything you'd like for me to go through more importantly, feel free to let me know in the comments or anything else. Appreciate you all for watching. I wish you all the best, and I will see you all later. Peace.